Yo, champs in the making, and welcome back to Legendary Adventures. My name is Eli, aka the Big Sauce Gamer Tag.
And I'm Becky, aka Small Fry.
And guys, we did it. We did it. Everyone as a community, everyone as a group in itself, we completed Blanche's task. So now we are going to be awarded with the Dust event that we so longingly need. All that Stardust. But actually, even more fun, we're going to be able to get
Shiny Suicune
and a raid day event for that in itself.
So this event kicks off August 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. your local time.
Just like previous events, you will be obtaining 5 free raid passes. Don't forget to go ahead and spin at every location so you don't use up one that you already have. And of course, this is going to be your chance to get a shiny Suicune. Now, what do we need for that?
Alright guys, so before we dive into all the raid counters, let's first talk about Suicune. Suicune is a pure water legendary dog, and he is boosted by rain. Unfortunately, our area, there is no rain. It's summertime. But the perfect non-weather boosted is 1704 and weather boosted is 2130.
All right. And you know, she nailed it on the spot right there in regards to it's summertime. So ideally speaking, you hear water types, you think, oh, an electric Pokemon that I want to utilize. But in this particular case, we're going to go ahead and focus on the grass types because with sunny weather, they're going to go ahead and get a much
boosted. They're going to be boosted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about those. All right. So who would be the #1 grass type Pokemon that we should have in our arsenal?
Well, of course, Roserade with Razor Leaf and Grass Knot, which is the ideal moveset.
All right, so something that everyone can go ahead and obtain. You know, if you go ahead and get those candies or invest your rare candies into it.
Invest your Sinnoh Stones into it.
That too. I mean, not to say that, you know, rare candies should be all utilized for this. Ideally speaking, if you haven't played for a while, you may have 1 or 2 Roserades, but if you have a team of 6, that may be the best ones to go with. But if you don't have a team of 6, well, who's #2 for a grass type Pokemon?
Well, of course, Sceptile with Fury Cutter and Frenzy Plant, the Community Day move.
All right.
Comes into play.
Very cool.
Which, that move has been so useful.
Oh yeah. Not only in raids, but if you use Sceptile in PvP, it comes in handy for it. But that's a different discussion. So, of course, a Community Day Sceptile, and man, did I beast you on that day on Community Day and catching plenty of those. But that's that. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about #3.
#3 would be a Venusaur with the legacy move Frenzy Plant.
Well, that's a Community Day move. Okay, so in that case, if you were lucky enough to go ahead and get that Venusaur with that Community Day move, which now is a legacy move in itself, well, that's who you're going to want to bring out. Now, maybe you didn't get a chance to partake in that event. Maybe you didn't get a chance to play that whole event. Let's face it, not all of us are lucky enough to play every event. Sometimes work and other life situations kick in. But if you happen to have at least 1 or 2, then that's who you want to have in your team. Which again, you know, that's why we're looking at the top 6 for each types of Pokemon. So who would be the #4 grass type Pokemon?
Breloom with Bullet Seed and Grass Knot again.
Okay, so
Grass Knot.
Again, another one that has that particular legacy move, that if you were able to go ahead and find it during that event, this is where it comes in handy. Again, because of the types of spawns and where it did populate and generate, you may have a handful that are good. Of course, shout out to those Pokemon trainers that truly grind it out and may perhaps have a whole arsenal of this. You're going to be able to go ahead and just swap these out at your leisure, and of course not have to go through so many revives in operating you know, the elite team. You can have a mix of good batches, especially if you're going to be battling, you know, with multiple people.
Right.
Our 5th type grass type Pokemon is
Executor with Bullet Seed and Solar Beam.
All right.
And then following that is a Lowland Executor with the same type of moves.
There has been no reason for one not to go ahead and have at least 2 good of each. So with that said, you should have enough grass type Pokemon to go ahead and build an elite team of 6 and a backup just to go ahead and circulate those Pokemon.
Yeah, there is an exception to this rule of using grass grass in sunny weather, and it's only if Suicune has extra sensory, which is a psychic type move, and ice beam.
Oh yeah, that's totally detrimental to grass type.
Grass and poison type like Venusaur and Roserade. So in those situations, you're gonna want to use your electric team.
All right.
That you're gonna build for this.
In that case, let's talk about those guys right now. Now trainers, if you were able to go ahead and partake in the last global research challenge and walk away with a few good Raikus, this is where it comes in handy. Now of course, Raikou was
so awesome actually.
Right?
Yeah.
It kind of set up everything for the way it's kind of built out. Now, especially because, you know, not only were we getting Raikous on that particular day, but we also managed to get some through the research test in previous months. So with that said, this is where you bring out the Raikous, whether they're shiny or non-shiny.
Maybe I shouldn't have transferred so many.
But with that said, you're going to need Thunder Shock and Wild Charge to go ahead and have this #1 electric type Pokemon in your team. Now, for the second type of electric type Pokemon you're going to want to use, and this is going to be one of those that you've used your Sinnoh Stones to evolve all the way, and this is going to be Electivire. And Electivire is well, he's a wonderful little tanky little beast.
He's a beast for a pure electric type.
And for this event, he's just going to need Thunder Shock and Wild Charge, because this is going to go ahead and hit the fastest and charge him up the fastest to go ahead and use that charge attack in bringing down
Wild Charge is such a good move.
Now, one of my personal favorite electric type Pokemon, and it falls into third place here, and that's Magnezone. Honestly, Magnezone has proven to me time and time again in the PvP circuit that he is a tanky little beast, one that can go ahead and take the hits but also dish out those hits. And you know, he or she does get a respectable third spot on this electric team. And well, one of the legendary birds.
I know, this one's pretty awesome. One of my favorites is Zapdos. What a sight to see. Legendary bird against legendary water dog. That would be badass, honestly.
No, that's a great
a great
fight.
setup right there, huh?
And with that said,
what moves?
Thunder Shock and Thunderbolt. So it does take a little bit longer to go ahead and charge up and release it, but again, if you're able to dodge with them, you're going to be able to go ahead and hang them in there for at least three charges off, set off. But then of course it depends on how you're playing, which we'll talk about that in a moment too. So coming in at #5, guys, it's going to be Luxray. Now the cute little Shinx guy that everyone goes ahead and takes on in those #1 star raids is gonna go ahead and be earning that 5th spot on your team, and of course you'll be needing to utilize the attack moves of Spark and Wild Charge for him to go ahead and do the most damage on your team. And guys, the final spot that gets given away to an electric type Pokemon, will be Jolteon. So for those
I'm so happy Jolteon made it on the list.
Oh yeah, anytime that you can get an EV evolution in it, you know, is great. Especially if you have one that is up there in the higher IVs, you know, on the higher attack fields. This is the time to use it. So definitely Thunder Shock and Thunderbolt will be needed to use. Word to the wise, go ahead and dodge, because it is a little bit classy than the other Pokemons that we did mention. Honorable mention in regards to a Pokemon that makes the list here but doesn't fall into grass or electric type. And that's everyone's favorite Mewtwo. Now this will have to be the original Mewtwo, not the armored Mewtwo. And of course, for this particular Pokemon, you're gonna need to use a certain moveset.
Thunderbolt.
True, the Thunderbolt will be the charge, but you're gonna need to have the quick attack as Psycho Cut, so that it powers up that Thunderbolt as soon as possible, and you're utilizing it in the moveset. Now, let's talk about fighting format styles. All right, guys. So, Suicune. Is this a Pokemon that we can dual raid? No, guys. No, not to say that you shouldn't try, because you know you think you can do it. Just honestly, a lot of things.
Save your resources.
A lot of things have to kind of fall into place for that one to happen, and even then, it's a close call. Guys, even though you get the free 5 raid passes, you want to make the most of it to catch that shiny.
You need a trio.
You need a trio.
Yeah.
A trio if you want to defeat it, and of course have that like moment. But you know, the more the merrier to go ahead and bring this down. So of course, definitely 6 to 7 players recommended for the raids, and this is of course with an average heat level of 25 on average for that. Yeah, and of course you're gonna need perfectly pretty much 35 to level 40s to go ahead and do that trio. But with that said,
we invite you guys to downtown Riverside because there's gonna be like so many trainers there to help out with these raids. Like, I already know it's gonna be lit.
you heard it from Small Fry that on Saturday 17th this August from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. the legendary adventure team will be in downtown Riverside raiding alongside the Riverside community. We invite you guys, if you are in the area or want to come out,
in the IE,
yeah,
really, please make some plans. Come over.
Come out, join us. You know, it's gonna be definitely a lot of fun. Of course, we are already expecting the legendary squad to be out there as well, joining us in this event. And then, of course, if you do come out, go ahead and remember to bring sunscreen, water, and of course an extra charger, and be careful with your phones because they do overheat with this heat wave that's been going on lately. You know, play smart but have a good time. And with that said, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit that notification bell because videos are popping out left and right. Oh, and of course guys, share this with your friends. You know, we always have all these questions that we're asking about throughout, you know, the main event, the day. If this is a quick video, go ahead and let them know, just an update on who to have. And of course, until next time,
Shiny luck to you guys.
oh yeah, shiny luck to you guys. Peace.